Alright everyone, welcome to Street City Studio. I'm John, and this video I just got back from the toy store and I wanted to show you what I got. I like to look at loose figures, and I haven't really been collecting Marvel Universe lately, but I saw this Hyperion. And honestly, I'm not even a big fan of Hyperion, especially in his red and yellow. But this black and gold or black and yellow, I really dig. That's the more villainous look, I think. And it's a great look for him too. I like this one shoulder cape that he's got. I like how they moved the symbol from his chest down to his little, garter belt or whatever you call that thing. I don't know what you would call that thing exactly. I really, really like this yellow too. I don't know if it's coming across quite naturally enough, but I really like these colors. And like I said, I haven't really been trying to fill out my Marvel Universe figures, but I do have quite a hefty little supply here. And even some of these are out of scale figures that I still use for in scale, like Strong Guy here. I really wish we would have gotten an in scale Strong Guy. I'd be all over that. But I'm really happy to have this Hyperion. I want to take a little look maybe next to some other Superman-esque Supermen, right? Since that's what he is basically, is Marvel's Superman, right? This Henry Cavill figure is probably not the best Superman figure to put next to him since he's so short. And he really is. He's shorter than both of them, right? Let's get him out of there. He's not great. But I brought him too. I guess he's about the same height as that Henry Cavill, but right? There's your Superman archetype, whatever. Your Ubermensch or whatever. Man, that's a cool figure though. Some things I didn't like when I first looked at it too is that sharp split at the leg cut. To get his leg to not have the sharp outcut, it kind of sits in a funny position. I don't really like it in that position. So the position that looks most natural, just structure-wise, leaves a sharp outcut because it's more natural to line it up right there, see? And the sharp cut's gone. But then he's kind of bowed out funny. He's bowed out at the knee kind of funny. Alright, so he turn his leg in there and it's got these sharp cuts. And even at his knee, right, you can kind of see some sharp cuts around the knee. And they just look sharp and funny. Right? Hard edges. But really, that's my biggest criticism about this figure. Maybe his cape. I almost wish it was over both shoulders or more regal looking. But I do like it. I like the color. It looks good. Right? All of that looks good. And all the folding and stuff over the shoulder looks good. But the little, it's supposed to be like a little ball or whatever, a clasp. Right? Kind of like those little balls. But you can barely see the ball. Kind of disappears in there. Wish it stood out a little sharper. little stronger. Kind of disappears, right? You back him up over here and it's gone. You can barely see it. He's a good sized figure though. It's that slightly bigger buck they were using on certain characters like Cable, Saber-tooth or whatever. I like it. It's a nice figure. He definitely looks good. Looks very menacing. Kind of want to get him out. Yeah. Kind of want to get some of these guys out. Let's see him next to him though too. Let's see here. Oh, he's gonna be all the way at the bottom. Let's just dump him out on the floor here. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did. You got some fuzzer on there too. I gotta go through and maybe give them a good cleaning. But yeah, look at that. He's not as big as Juggernaut, but yeah, destroy him. Where's this other Juggernaut? Got the other Juggernaut here too. Get him in there. Oh, he wants to fall forward now. Fix these feet. There we go. Yeah. Who else? What about Saber-tooth? Since I mentioned him, right? They're on a similar buck. Similar size. No. I thought they were. They might have some pieces, maybe, but I don't think so. That Saber-tooth arms are way bigger. Look at that. And they're a different articulation. Right? I thought they were the same for some reason. Maybe just because they're bulky. They're both so bulky. Maybe it was the yellow. Maybe a yellow trick. Let's see. Cable's another big one. That's a good way to see. Oh no, you can't even tell. I was trying to show you the difference between the yellows on his boots. That doesn't really come through in camera though. There's a big difference between these yellows. Let me see if maybe flashlight help. Not really. Well, take my word for it. There's a difference. And I like it. I like the difference. This is more of an X-Men yellow. And this is a more orange, kind of hobgoblin-y orange yellow. I like it. I like that that's not this yellow. It's a lot closer to this almost even. But this is a little more soft orange. And that's like a hot orange. That's like a hot orange. Gives it that yellow look. Wonder if you can tell here. Now I'm just playing around, seeing if I can tell the difference between his yellows. Yeah, not as well as I would think. There's a bigger difference in these yellows than you would get coming across here in the camera. Wonder if that's my lighting or my camera. I don't know. Who else can we stick in here and check out with him? Another strong guy I'm a big fan of, although his articulation, they really shorted him on articulation. I really wish they had similar articulation. I would like this figure of Rage a lot better if it had this level of articulation. He has no ankles, no wrists, no thigh cut, no upper arm cut in the bicep, no waist. But I like Rage, and I was real happy to finally have a 3 3/4 figure of him, so I shouldn't complain too much. He looks good on the shelf or whatever, but I like some posability. Ooh, don't fall over. There we go. Who else? Colossus. What about Colossus? He's a strong guy. He's a big guy. Definitely not on no Hyperion power scale, but no one here really is except for maybe Superman, right? Maybe Shazam. Right? Even Juggernaut and Colossus ain't quite there. You gotta go to get to a Superman for that level, right? Get you a Shazam for that level. Ooh, his face is really washed out in that white. Who else can we see? Maybe Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a good one. He might give him a small run for his money, maybe, huh? Who do you think would win? I think a Hyperion would just one-shot Apocalypse. You think Apocalypse would have the intelligence and technology to take care of Hyperion somehow? I think Hyperion would probably just wreck him. But it's all debatable, I think, isn't it? Man, that angry look on his face. That's a great look. Get him in a good pose here. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't really looking to get back into any Marvel Universe figures, but those Epic Hero lines coming out all the time with nicer figures kind of got me back in the mood, I guess. And I do like looking at loose figures. Man, that's a cool figure. I wish that color would come across better. I'm telling you, I like that color. That's a nice contrast of color on him. I'm glad I had skipped over a lot of these Marvel Universe figures back when they were on the shelves. Just because I thought, well, they'll have a better one next year. But then, you know, when the line ended, I thought, man, I should have gotten some of those I missed out on. And I have picked up some of them that I missed out on. And I've kept some of the ones that I really do like, you know. I've got both the Juggernauts, and, you know, like I said, I eventually got this Rage figure that I had missed on the shelf. So I'll grab them once in a while when I see them. But like I said, I think it's a lot, in part or entirely, thanks to this Epic Heroes line. And I had only gotten the two figures really here, the Cyclops and Rogue, just to throw throw back, fill out some of the missing gap spots on my X-Men team, you know? Because they were some of the ones that I had never gotten around to in the Marvel Universe. I remember the Rogue. I really didn't like the head on that Rogue, the Marvel Universe Rogue. Looked kind of funny. And Cyclops, I just kind of skipped. Not really on purpose, but more because he wasn't my favorite character. So anytime I was grabbing figures and he was there, I grabbed somebody ahead of him in the queue, you know? I'd grab a Wolverine or somebody else, a Colossus or a Juggernaut or whoever. And so he just kind of got missed. But when they did bring this back out, when they came out with these, I had to grab them. I was real happy. And even that Gambit, I probably would have that Gambit by now if he was single carded. I do have the Gambit that came in the Mr. Sinister 2-pack there. But I would like that Gambit just for his throwing cards that he comes with. Right? And I'd give them to him. Give them to this one. Because he just came with his little staff or whatever. While I was down there grabbing Gambit, I noticed old Better Ray Bill. This is one of my favorite figures out of that line too, man. I really like the articulated jaw. I really like how the cape doesn't get in the way, and it's easily removable, but it goes back on just as easily. Some of this fuzz on him or something. Okay. But I really like this figure. That's a good figure to sit next to Hyperion here too. Two galactic or cosmic level threats. That'd be a good fight for him. What about this fight? Who do you guys think would win out of Better Ray Bill and Hyperion? I think that's a little closer maybe than Apocalypse, huh? I know old Better Ray Bill handled Thor pretty good. Think he'd handle Hyperion the same? I don't know. I think Hyperion still have this one too. What do you think? Man, I'm real happy to have this figure. I have to get a shelf just for these guys eventually. I don't have a shelf for these guys. These guys are going back in the bag. Yeah, I saw at the beginning of the video there. Alright, well, I won't take up too much more of your time here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Appreciate you checking in. Keep playing with them toys, and I'll talk to you again real soon.